The Week 12 Player Props edition of the Stephie Smalls Show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SMALLS. Get every episode of every show in one convenient feed. Search SGPN on your favorite podcast app to subscribe today. Let's fucking yap.
Stephie touch balls, betting it all on the power bottom falls, top drop the football. Like hopes they've been teasing, they're missing the fall season. ACL twisted, bank account freezing, but Smalls caught the shots like some more cool reason. Leaderboard rising while the slot machine's ringing. She's slinging player stats like Nostradamus. $100 bills raining down upon us.
Happy Thursday. I am not being held hostage. I am back home in Connecticut. I am using a mic from my early podcast days. Things are good, though. It's week 12. We're going to talk player props. Producer Ryan's going to come on at the end. We're going to figure out what we're doing with Circa after we went 0-5 last week. But first, my dear friend, my bestie, my girly, the awesome Anand is joining me to talk player props. Hi, Anand. How are you?
What's up, Steph? How are we?
I didn't need to call you my girly. It was too far. I already took it too far.
You've gone off the rail. Usually we give it like 10, 15 minutes and then kind of go off the rails. But this one just flew straight off.
Yeah, it did. Right away, immediately. How are you doing? How's this year treating you?
It's good, man. I will be in Florida, in Gainesville for Tennessee, Florida, which is a bucket list item for me, even though, Florida kind of sucks this year. So sorry, Wags. I know you're listening, but
okay.
Gators kind of suck this year. But as a Giants fan, there's always next year. So,
is there always next year? One of my bucket list items was to go to Soldier Field, and I got to go with you, and it was so much fun. You got to experience what a lot of people want to experience is me during and at a Giants game. I get asked all the time, do a live stream during a Giants game. You got to experience it in real life at a game. It's a lot.
Yeah, I did. And it's kind of everything you think it is and then some.
A lot of yelling.
We're big Dexter Lawrence fans over here. Maybe not so much on that side of the screen.
I'm a big Dexter Lawrence fan. I just think I'm not a big, like you big. I'm just a big Dexter Lawrence fan. Let's just get into props before I get myself in trouble here. What's the first one you're looking at? And we were just talking behind stage. Is Travion Henderson hurt? What is the deal? Are we not there's nothing out for him?
At least as far as I've heard, no, but that whole game is going to be weird in terms of lines, and especially prop lines, given just the NBA shit that we went through. And then now, apparently, they're worried about other things. So Burrow playing versus not playing in that game is obviously going to have a big impact. I think we know who's starting for New England to be quarterback, so at least there's that. My first one is Justin Jefferson. It's the age-old, we're going back to the well, loudmouths get fed over 5.5 receptions because they may be for 9 yards.
Yeah. He may get 20 targets, but he's going to come down with at least enough to get over this.
And you're paying minus 118 over on FanDuel. They're just going to force feed him. At some point this year, you have to treat this as we have essentially a rookie quarterback. Sure, he's been here 2 years, but at this point, what does that really mean? And we just got to throw him into the fire over and over and over again and hope that by next year he has something figured out. Because, you're looking at some of these box scores. And, it looks worse on the field than it looks in these box scores, and the box scores are downright horrific. Yeah. So, if you can find a way to neutralize Justin Jefferson as his quarterback, think about the list of players at QB that he's played with and has produced with literally all of them. If you have the same coach that's basically calling plays, installed the offense, whatever you want to call it, you had a year to sit on the bench, you were a top 10 draft pick. There is no reason for Justin Jefferson to be playing this poorly, and he's really not. He's just, I'm afraid he might catch A.J. Brown syndrome and just be disinterested.
Yeah. I was saying it all preseason too. The thing with J.J. McCarthy is And to Vikings fans, like, I don't want to hear the excuses if he doesn't look. He has everything that he needs right now, too. There is players that would die, to have Justin Jefferson and Addison to throw to. Make it happen, buddy. We just got to make it happen. And it looks gross. It looks gross out there. It's not pretty.
I mean, it's not like they're not scheming things up for him, and it's not like they're not doing things for him. It's just part of the growing pains of being a young QB. But man, like you just said, having everything around you, that line, Aaron Jones is a veteran back, like. You have those two.
Is like throwing
TJ
off
Hawkinson, like
it's just bad.
It's just. I mean, watching the Vikings, who were supposed to be like this pseudo sleeper kind of like, if the rookie hits the ground running, we might see one of those like Mark Sanchez Jets AFC Championship runs, or like the Ben Roethlisberger early on, where they don't ask him to do too much because he's got so much around him. But I mean, it's just. The product is indescribably bad, and I hate to bang on a kid that really hasn't had that much experience out there, is still recovering somewhat. I mean, any NFL player will tell you there's the physical recovery from the injury, and then there's the mental recovery, and he might still be going through some of the mental recovery from his injury last year that basically stole his entire rookie season. So, give me Jefferson over 5.5. I think this is the week that they kind of decide to say, fuck it. He can get us, 80 yards on his own. We need those 80 yards. We'll take them where we can get them.
We need to get down the field is what we need to do. And you have Justin Jefferson on your team. It's an interesting situation over there. I went a little bit weird. Let's be, I didn't see a line on this yet, so I'm just going to give it out for when it does come out. Maxx Crosby over half a sack. Sanders is getting sacked. Yeah. That's all I know this week. Yeah. All I know is Sanders is getting sacked and Crosby is doing it. He played 51% of the snaps last week. He was sacked. I mean, of the snaps, not sacks. Sacks is a crazy word to use in that scenario. Of the snaps, and was sacked 2 times, fumbled. He threw an interception. It's just, I don't know what could have improved on the Browns O-line for me to feel like this isn't going to happen if he doesn't just take the sack himself. So once that Maxx Crosby line comes out, I'm all in.
Yeah, I mean, this is it's pretty easy to see a scenario where both defenses just kind of dominate this game, and it gets real ugly, and we just kind of trust that the Browns have found ways before, whether that's Judkins getting in to the end zone once. That might be all it takes, in all honesty. Like, you might be able to win this game like 16-9. I mean, it's ugly. Like that.
Have we had a no touchdown game yet?
I don't know. Have we had one?
Oh, I might have a couple ideas for this week.
I think it's like 36.5 is the total in that game. Like it's way down.
We're due. I mean, it's week 12. We need a no touchdown game. I don't know that it'll be this one because of how I don't know that the Raiders defense looks fantastic. But what else are you looking at this week? I didn't have a lot that I loved. I got very weird with my card this week.
So I have 4. This is the second one. It's Tee Higgins over 5.5 receptions. Same thing. Like these guys, Burrow apparently it looks like will be back. But regardless of which Joe is throwing him the ball, no Jamar Chase after spitting at Jalen Ramsey. Stupid, but learn from it.
Spitter. What a spitter, huh?
Yeah. And there are no other. Here's the interesting part. There are no other, FanDuel at least, that I found. There are no other Bengals pass catcher lines out.
Interesting.
So take from that what you will. But, as of, what is it, Thursday at 5:19, 6:19 your time, I guess. Yeah. I haven't seen anything. So, there's some interesting fun ones that you could play with the running backs or with the tight ends. But for me, it's just pretty obvious. Hey, we've seen him do it. We saw him do it Joe's rookie year. We've seen him do it multiple times when Jamar's been out and T's been the one again.
Sure.
I mean, you're going to have to pay again, -118, same as Justin Jefferson. You're paying a little juice, but at the same time, like, I can't imagine Cincinnati gets through the day without getting Tee Higgins his 10 targets. You don't think he's going to catch 5 or 6 of them? Like that sounds like the right line, but I mean, there's always the chance that they just decide it's Tee Higgins week and he's going for 140 and 3 scores.
Yeah, and I would take his longest reception too. I don't know what that's but that's probably the direction I would go also in that game. I'm going to regret giving this out. That's okay. I'm going to give it out. Kenneth Walker to go over 59.5 rush yards, -110 last week. I know, spicy. Wait till you hear the rest of them. Guys, I'm just getting started. I had a long week, all right? So I don't know. Maybe the play is to fade me this week. It might be to fade me this week entirely. Over 59.5 rush yards, -110 last week versus the Rams, who, I mean, their defense is great. 67 yards on 16 carries. They're playing the Titans rush D. I mean, everything on this team is not good.
Yep.
26 in DVOA and EPA against the run. He's had 65 plus rush yards in 5 of the last 7. He should the Seattle is 13.5 point favorites. This should be a rushing game script by Seattle at some point. And he's the more efficient back. As much as this, I'm going to regret this. I said it earlier in the season that I was going to stop betting either of these two, but I'm going to do it. Coach is saying he's going to see more work. I already regret giving it out, but it's 59.5.
It's also the Titans. Like he might get that on one carry.
Right. Exactly.
That's we fall in love so much with going like the longer you do this. Our friend Sam Wagman, for those of you who are familiar, he's been on the show multiple times, I'm sure. Right after me in Vegas once. And we were talking about how, like, if you do this long enough, you just keep looking for some deeper stat or some deeper stat or some deeper stat than that. And sometimes it just smacks you in the face. Bro, they're playing the Titans.
That's it. It's straight up. That's it. That's it. We don't need to talk. Don't talk to me after. That's good. That's all I need to know. Kind of.
That's all we need to know, man. Yeah. So I like that one a lot.
Yeah. What are you looking at next?
44, 36, 31, 44, 57. No, those are not lottery numbers that I'm playing this week.
Mike, did we win?
Those are Jacoby Brissett's pass attempts since taking over as the starter in Arizona. And the number that they have set this week at -102 is over 36.5 against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's foul. That's
run.
That's you guys are doing that because
all of them. This is easily my favorite.
That's foul.
Like the scenarios in which Jacoby would not be throwing. Like,
what's the alternative? Who's running the fucking ball for that? Like, what is the alternative?
Nobody.
Nobody. What is the alternative? They don't have a fucking option.
No. Amari DiMarcado isn't coming to save you.
No.
Come on. He threw 57 times last week.
He set a record.
On the heels
no
of
one
44.
cares. No one cares. He set a record.
How is that -102? How is that shaded to the under? That makes no sense to me whatsoever, especially after Jacksonville's been in banger after banger, just throwing the ball all over the place, giving up all kinds of points. Like, look, if he doesn't go over 36.5 attempts, I think something has gone horribly wrong, whether that's injury or one of the two sides has completely skewed what this game should look like.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about when something's just like, this is just simple math. You go to the tight end that is playing the Bengals, Hunter Henry, over 39.5 receiving yards, -114. I'm not playing this game. Like, again, it was a long week. I'm doing what I know. This is what I know. What I know is 7 tight ends have had 40 plus yards against them. What I know is they are fucking ass against the tight end. What I know is their linebackers are not there. I'm not doing this. They've allowed the most receiving yards to opposing tight ends in the league. Booty cheeks equals Hunter Henry over 39.5. Oh, -114. Yes. All day, please. Come to mama.
Yeah. First of all, anybody against the Bengals.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Exactly.
Yes. It's just bad.
Their linebackers look like they've never met each other. Like, this whole defense, man, I've been talking to people all over, college coaches.
Yeah.
I've talked to high school coaches. I've talked to some folks that break down film on Twitter or on YouTube. Right. I mean, it's just the question is like, how do you fix this? And the answer is you clean house. Like there's no
you have to.
Like there's no one should look that bad consistently. Like it's hard. This is a league where it's very difficult to consistently be horrible.
And it's like it's getting worse. Like you guys were horrible last year too, defensively.
Like this is way worse. No. Last year was bad. Last year was bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Last year was very bad.
This is unwatchable.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
This is bordering on, are you rigging these games bad? Like, dude, the linebacker play in Cincinnati is awful. Like awful.
You know what? Make linebackers great again. I think it's a problem across the league. Make linebackers. We used to appreciate linebackers. I think we need to pay linebackers. I think we need to draft linebackers.
Well, you're gonna have to.
Look at the fucking Giants. I didn't even know who the fuck they had in as linebacker for half the snaps last week. It's like you can't. We need to make linebackers great again.
And the funniest part about it is when you watch Seahawks Rams, right? You saw kind of the end of one point and the beginning of another. We've seen this a few times, right? Like Chiefs Rams in 2018 was a game where everybody was stealing pieces of what those two offenses were doing back and forth over and over again, right? Yeah. Then, later that season, the Rams come to Chicago and a certain defensive coordinator, shout out Vic Fangio, tore Sean McVay to shreds. So Bill Belichick uses it in the Super Bowl. Everybody copies the plan, back to the drawing board for the Shanahans and the McVays of the world, and they re-innovate on what they've already innovated on. In this case, Seattle even more so than the Rams. The Rams love running, heavy personnel at times, but Seattle's just spamming 12, sometimes even 13 personnel over and over and over again, and they're throwing out of it. And they're throwing out of it because you're afraid of the run, and you just don't have the players to handle their tight ends. Right. And no one on planet Earth right now can handle Jackson Smith and Jigba. So good luck to you. That's been their formula, and the Rams' formula has been similar, but with wide receivers, whether it's Puka Nacua, obviously Benny Skoranek has done that for us before. But you kind of seen like that was one of those like clash points of Chris Shula calls his defense a certain way, Mike McDonald calls his defense a certain way. Those are both on the cutting edge of what I think defense is going to look like in the NFL moving forward. And then you have Sean McVay and the OCs and multiple different offensive people in Seattle that are innovating on top of what they think Sam Darnold does well, which we kind of all of us, everybody, we talked about Geno Smith, the Reclamation Project, but we didn't learn anything from that. Sam Darnold, the Reclamation Project. Well, we learned something from this. There's a third name who I won't bring up because she's going to get upset.
We know. What? I saw him pop up questionable. What the fuck is going on? All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, all these reclamation projects are really just guys that have seen it all before and now have the confidence to do it. That's so much of what playing QB is about. And that's why, you get these epic duels between, a Stafford and a Sam Darnold, even though it wasn't so much the passing, it was more the mental game, and you get 15 where you can, otherwise you check it down over and over and over again. It's just an interesting iteration, I thought, of what long-term this will be. But that was, to me, that was one of the most fun games of the year to watch, just objectively as a football guy, not even as a fan.
100%. Yeah. It's also just remarkable what like the Rams what they've been able to do just like through the draft. Like the way that organization is ran should be studied by other organizations.
Yeah, dude. It's the recovery times for the guys that go on IR, how they come back looking, so many different things about that organization are so well run. But funnily enough, after a minor discussion on linebackers, like that's the one thing they don't care about because Sean McVay's offense puts linebackers in hell. And so I think some part of him is telling Les Snead, like, we don't need linebackers.
Yeah.
Well, if people start to copy what Seattle is doing and trying to throw out a heavy personnel and kind of building their offenses that way as they used to be in the 90s.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
You know, back in the day when we had under center play action throws, which, you know, obviously permeate the NFL even still, but not nearly to the rate they used to. That's all a function of the run game too. You know, Brett Coleman just did a great video on this, but I think a lot of it has to do with, you know, the quarterbacks that we're getting out of college. I mean, I don't think you may have thought Jackson Dart was going to look this good coming straight at fresh.
I was so pissed you drafted him. I was so pissed at first. I was so mad. Listen, you know what? The one thing the haters can't say, I will always take my L's. Like, I was upset, but I was more upset with moving up. That was the thing that I was annoyed about. And I didn't want a pretty boy as a quarterback. It was less about his ball play. It was just I didn't want a pretty boy as my quarterback. That's all.
My bigger concern with him coming out was, you know, how much of it was Lane scheming up stuff for him.
And that's what it was, right?
And look, like, to Lane's credit, to Josh Heupel's credit, like, they are running much different offenses now than what we would have called the gimmick stuff in the past.
For sure.
So I mean, QB evaluations are still tough because they don't take snaps under center in college anymore. But
no,
you know, hey, it is what it is. Speaking of quarterbacks, I've got one more for you.
Why are you making that face? Why are you making that face for? Don't say. I know what you're going to say. So go ahead, do it.
Trevor Lawrence is throwing an interception.
Oh yeah,
he's done it over and over and over again. And I think his number on the pass attempts when I look, Jacoby's was at 36.5. I think his was at 31.5. If Trevor Lawrence puts the ball in the air 32 times, Arizona is probably coming down with one of them.
It's probably will. Is Will Johnson back? Did he go on IR? He didn't go on IR.
I don't know if Will Johnson.
It's a good question.
That is a good question.
He's playing. He has been playing fantastic and like very quietly that people don't realize. But
nobody cares about the Arizona Cardinals, man. It makes me sad.
They have some nice pieces, man.
They have some fun stuff. There's fun stuff going on in Arizona
over there. If only they had a New York
promise
market.
it's not just. I promise it's not just at the bars in Scottsdale. All right, go support your team. Go support the Arizona.
Not just at the clubs. It's fun. Although you do have to go all the way out to where the fuck is it, Glendale? I've been there before.
It's not a fun hike. But
it's also in the middle of nowhere. But you know what? Go support them. T-Mac, you know what I know too? I know that the 49ers D looks very sus lately. Like, it's not going well over there. Fourth most receiving yards to opposing wide receivers. Give me T-Mac over 61.5, minus 118. Simple, straightforward. And I was just thinking this as we were talking about things I know. Another thing I know is the Titans are very bad against, they're bad against everything. So this is very clear, but especially the opposing tight end. So maybe Barner action. I don't know what his receptions are sitting at, but I might be interested in that. I know I talked about it last week, and that's why I liked, was it Dalton?
Barner ATD could be fun.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit.
Just because get down there in the red zone, and they're probably going to bracket Jackson. Not that it matters. Throwing the ball anyway. But.
Yeah, that's true. That's very fair. That's very, very fair. Do you have any other props?
I do. I have my Stephception.
You did Stephception. Great. We'll do an ad read, and then we'll talk about them before I let you get out of here. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig, you're getting the best prices. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Underdog is your home for pickup entries where you can win up to 5,000x your monies. Here's a pickup entry that I like. And once again, I've been crushing these and no one cares. You guys can say what you want about Jackson Dart. If he is playing, I don't think he gives a fuck what you think about him and his concussion. So 29.5, higher 29.5 rushing yards for Jackson Dart. Chig Akwang, oh my God. Oh, I know how to say it. I stumbled there. Higher 22.5 receiving yards. And Mooney, longest reception, higher 19.5. It gets you 6x. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Pay just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SMALLS. That was a rough ad read there. I tried my best. But you know what?
We're working through it.
I'm in Connecticut.
This will make you happy.
I have to drive to. I have a lazy eye. I don't know what's going on right now. I got to drive to New Hampshire. I'm not driving. Just so we don't drink and drive. Don't worry, my brother's driving. Yeah, you did Stephception. I'll let you lead off.
This is very near and dear to your heart. It's Tyrone Tracy, longest reception, over 9.5 yards, and it's plus money on FanDuel. They have it at plus 102.
Screaming last week. It was so obvious. Why didn't I bet it? I was so pissed.
And so he's hit 2 of the 3 games since Scat got hurt. The other one was the windy day in Chicago that we went to the game, and it was like it felt like it was 3 degrees outside. It did. He in games where that is not the condition that you're playing, he's hit it 100% of the time.
Remember at the game, I'm like, wide receiver 2, Tyrone Tracy. Let's just switch him over. Fuck it. Fuck it. That's all we need to do. Put him back to his Purdue years. We'll stay in that game here. Gibbs, longest rush, over 18.5. I don't think I've given out a longest rush higher than 15.5 all season, but I will give it out against my New York Giants, minus 114. I think playing the Giants defense as a team like the Lions, as a player like Gibbs, like that's got to be a wet dream. That's what I can imagine, because this is going to happen. They've allowed the most carries for 20 plus yards this season. So it's like the most in the league. So give me the over 18.5 for Gibbs. Probably gets 1 to 60 if you can alt it.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's all kinds of fun props in that game specifically, just because you've got a team that is down QB1, RB1, wide receiver 1.
Yeah, just imagine if we weren't. Yeah, imagine if we weren't though.
You know, the head coach is
Hey, all right, we're doing our best. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm so sad.
There are people asking for the GM to be fired. Man, you got a lot going on in New York right now.
Speaking of the GM, Joe Shane's daughter followed me today. So we're besties now, I think.
There you go.
Yeah, that's all I got on that. That's all I got.
You've got to consider that if you trade up and take the quarterback that at least looks good early, you're going to save your own job. Like, you can't sit there and say that Shane and Dable took the wrong quarterback, right? Like, they traded up, they got their guy. While he was out there, he looked capable, he looked good, he was doing quarterback things. Like, it looks drastically different if you traded up for a quarterback in round 1 and he's missing throws all over the place and the game looks too fast for him. And
I wonder what we're talking about. Or you took a guy that already had 70-year-old man knees, and then you were like, "This will go great." He won't.
Oh, come on! Don't do that to my boy.
He won't tear his ACL.
Don't do that to my boy.
God forbid, he won't tear his ACL. Oh no, it's
Indiana football is.
They paid Kirk Cousins, man. Come on.
Why that? To me, like, I love Atlanta. They're great to us. Shout out Arthur Blank. If you've ever been to Mercedes-Benz Stadium,
I want to go there so bad. Can we go?
It's beautiful. It's beautifully designed. Getting in and getting out is easy, relatively speaking, in terms of being in the middle of a major metropolitan city. The concessions prices are fairly reasonable. Like, a hot dog will set you back like $3. A Coke will set you back like $3-4. A beer will set you back $7-8.
Mara's MetLife.
Like, they're like normal prices for place, right? And then, but that being said, you were in on the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes. You paid Kirk Cousins way too much money. You drafted this kid, and he's had bad injury luck, and that's not his fault.
No, it's
right?
not his
But, like,
fault.
but you did know that he had 2 right ACL tears. Obviously, this one's the left, which I don't know if that's better or worse.
We don't know what knee.
I'm not a doctor. I couldn't tell you.
Should I be worried about?
Just because I'm brown and I'm wearing glasses does not mean I'm a doctor, kids. I promise. One of the two of us actually. She's more of a doctor than I am. So I don't know what you want from me. Yeah. No, but, I think that, they're a classic case of held on to your Hall of Fame QB just 1 year too long. They should have traded him the offseason before he became a Colt. While I still had some value. And, now we're in another situation, right? Like, if you're going back to, a game that we talked about earlier, if you're the Raiders, everything about this plan has failed. Geno looks terrible. The O-line looks terrible.
It's was there a plan?
You trade Josh Jacobs and you brought in Ashton Jeanty, and he's incredible. Don't get me wrong. Ashton Jeanty is awesome. You got to give him somewhere to run. Like, this is the Saquon problem in New York all over again.
I think we're also forgetting too. Like, it's like they did the Devontae Adams thing, and then it's like they
traded Jacoby Myers.
Like you're doing fucking weird shit. Like I don't know what's going on over there, but also you're digging yourself into a hole that's going to be very hard to get out of.
Yeah, because your O-line coach and your assistant QB coach
look at what happened. What he did to the Giants. Look what their O-line coach, what he came over and turned us into. We are currently ranked 11th on I don't really fuck with PFF that much, but like I'm talking we were 31-32 for years. It's been years since I've seen. I cannot believe I'm watching a quarterback have just a beautiful clean pocket.
Dude, look at the difference, not to use Darnold as an example every single time, but I mean, he does fit basically every case that we've talked about. Yeah. Look what happened when you put a competent O-line in front of him last year.
Yeah. Look at Daniel.
Sure, having Jefferson helps. Like, I'm not saying that it doesn't, but I mean, my God, the difference when he could step into throws and know that he wasn't getting his head blown off.
That's fair. Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it is, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's all it is.
Nothing. A great woman once said, it used to be her pinned tweet, I think even, nothing matters if your O-line sucks, unless you're Joe Burrow. But he's the only exception to my rule. I said that, and I stand by it. I only have two more here. And I mean, JSN's an auto play. We'll get one long one, and then we probably don't see much more out of him because they're just going to be crucifying them this entire game. Jameson Williams, again, versus my Giants, 25.5 minus 110. And I like T-Mac to go over too, 21.5.
I think the JMO anti-correlation SGP we talked about last time will be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm in. Give me that. Any more Stephception to share with the class?
Nothing. It was just that one, and then obviously every week we've got the JMO anti-SGP, which I didn't look up the number. I'm guessing the reception number is 2.5, might be 3.5.
Yeah.
Usually what we'll do is we'll take that and we'll alt the over. 60 is pretty easy most times that he gets involved. But, 80 if you're feeling spicy, 100 if you're feeling really, really spicy.
We love spice here. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, he has – it's really nice to see lines for a player like that who has such a defined role. Like, we know every week Jameson Williams may get one target. He may get 5 targets. They're all going to be 30 yards downfield or slants that he might have.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. We know exactly who he is. I love you. Tell people where they can find you. What's up with you next? I can't wait I'm so excited for you that you're going to the game this weekend.
Yeah, so love you too.
Thank you for saying love you.
Enjoy the East Coast. I'm going
to enjoy the shit out of the funeral. It's going to be so fun.
No, it's not. You're not that. I'm saying enjoy the actual East Coast.
Yeah, I know. I am enjoying it.
Yeah.
I said I wasn't going to make any dick jokes, and I did. So that's your. Yeah. I'm sorry. I did that. I got to get them out.
At Nanduri NFL on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to call it X. I'm never going to call it X. I'm sorry.
Matt
and I You may know him as the Podfather. Used to do a show. Sometimes we still do. Called The Decision Point on Player Profiler, where we talk about GMs and their jobs and what they're actually supposed to do, and all the fun stuff that comes along with that. So you will see me at hopefully the national championship game, the Senior Bowl, the Super Bowl, the Combine, the owners' meetings, and then ultimately the NFL draft. So that's kind of the end of our cycle, and we'll hit those draft props when the time comes.
Oh yeah, and there's nothing. You know what? I'll say it. I'm good at draft props. I crush every year, and I'll continue to do so. And I use you a lot to help me with a lot of that insight. I appreciate you. I'll let you get out of here. And enjoy your Thursday.
Take care. See ya.
Yeah. Rhythm is crushing it in college football, NFL, and NBA. Rhythm is also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you could win $1,000. Chase Brown under 4.5 receptions -103. This is a smart signal. I wanted to give out the over for this. So because I wanted to do that, and I hated it so much, we're going to give out the under because Rhythm likes it, and maybe the bots are smarter than me this week. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN. And now extra holes to figure out what the hell we're doing for Circa.
Extra holes.
Hey, oh, wait, I still have that ad up. There we go.
I really did try. I wasn't said I was going to make any dead jokes. I made the dead jokes. It's okay, though. I am wearing the same outfit as Monday. It's a lot going on, guys. The ad reads were horrible.
No, stop criticizing yourself. It was awesome. It was an awesome show. Yeah. You and Anand, always great.
I know. We have to have him on more. I just adore him.
Yeah, I'll keep booking him.
Good knowledge there. What are you thinking this week? Where were we at on? I know we talked briefly. What stands out to you on this board? Wow, so the Seahawks line is moved.
So I've been doing some reading, so we're not just guessing out of our butts.
Yeah.
And the most interesting thing I found was, this is according to Action Network, teams with 60% plus of tickets this season are 38 and 66 against the spread through 11 weeks.
Wow.
So fade the public.
Fuck the public. That's probably because everyone wants to chase those underdogs, and favorites have been so good this year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I will say that looking right now, the sharp money is on Colts plus 5.5 versus Chiefs.
5.5?
Oh, did I say 5.5? I meant 3.5.
Oh my God, my heart just stopped for a second there. I was
like 3.5.
That's crazy. Okay, all right. I don't know.
Jets.
The Colts aren't even. The Chiefs aren't even in the playoff hunt. Like, we don't think that they're gonna put up or shut up this week at home.
I'm just telling you where sharp money is.
Okay. Sorry,
I kind of like the Chiefs this week at home, coming off of a loss. But every time I seem to bet them, it's on the wrong side.
You're right.
Also, the sharps are liking the Jets plus 13.5.
I like the Jets. I do like the Jets 13.5. Tyrod first start. I do like that.
All right, let's lock that one in right away then.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
What else do you like on this board?
So another one I'm looking at is, what do you think about what are your thoughts on the other big favorites, like
the Lions?
The Lions. And
I would have felt better if Darnold was playing. I just don't see in what world this Titans team against that defense after losing can keep up. Because one thing too, like the big thing with the Rams was they were able to get Darnold to turn the ball over. I don't think that the Titans have that capability to even keep up with what the Seahawks can do scoring wise. So yeah, unfortunately, I like a lot of the big favorites. I don't want to put both of them on the card, but I am fine with the Seahawks or the Lions. The Giants.
I like the Seahawks because And I just like, this is another stat I found. Double-digit favorites against the spread are 8-5 this season, and 35, 26, and 1 against the spread over the last 3 years. So don't be too afraid to take big favorites.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and lock in the Seahawks then. So we've taken one big dog and one big favorite. Another one is what are your thoughts on Bears minus 2.5?
What I don't like is, I don't know who I was listening to, but so Rodgers is good. Have they said anything else? Did I miss any updates on the Rodgers thing? They're going to let us know still. Is that
I haven't seen any updates.
Okay. What I don't like is they brought in 2 quarterbacks to work out.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me feel not great. Like if they brought in 1 quarterback, it's like probably just to work out with what other skill positions they're like practicing or looking at. I don't love that they brought in 2 guys, so that makes me a little bit uncomfortable with the Rodgers situation. And then for this Bears team, like, is it 2.5 or 3?
It's 2.5. Wait.
Do you like the Bears?
You know, it's
hard for me to believe that
betting the Bears, and I keep betting the Bears and keep winning. I took Colby's advice last week like an idiot and took the Vikings, and then felt immediately stupid about it.
I tried to warn everyone that, and no one fucking listened to me. I think the entire network was on the Vikings last week.
You were right. I was wrong.
I know.
Colby was wrong. I'm blaming Colby.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can get there. If you like them, then I can get there because I think this is going to be a hard week.
Yeah.
And the Bears are just figuring it out. I'm going to say this. This is me maybe betting on Ben Johnson more than anything else.
Yeah, I could get with that. I think the Bears seem like a good side. I mean, tell me how Soldier Field was. Like, do you feel like that's a good environment for them to take out the Steelers?
Yeah. I mean, the only issue is if Rodgers plays, like he is the Bears' daddy.
He's the Bears' daddy.
Yes. I don't think he's going to play, though. Something tells me he's not going to play.
Okay. I'm going to click it.
Okay. You can
and then it can be circled in pencil if we want to go back on it. And then the other game I was going to bring up is the Pats minus 6.5.
But if Joe Burrow plays, I don't like that as much.
What's the latest on him?
I think he's trending towards playing. The chat can let me know if I'm mistaken in that, but it seems like he's trending towards playing.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, if he's playing, let's stay away from that
If
one.
he's not playing, though, I would like to click that. So maybe we give it until tomorrow morning to like submit.
Yeah. We can do that.
I'm cool with that. Do you have any feelings about the Vikings going to the Packers?
After I watched that game very closely last week.
They kept it close, right? Like
they kept it close, but they looked horrible.
They've just been better on the road. They're ATI. Yeah, they're not great covering the spread this year, but they're not awful. They're better away. 2-1 ATS on the road. 2-3 as an underdog. Nothing to really write home about. God, the Packers fucking suck covering. They're 3-7 against the spread this year.
I know. They play down the competition.
They do. It's a divisional game. I could see Vikes cover here. It's a lot of points, kind of.
This is going against your I refuse to bet on J.J. McCarthy rule.
I know. All right, maybe I have to sleep on it.
But
what about your
sleep on it. I mean, we could take the Jaguars if you want.
I don't want to take the Jags.
You want to take the Cardinals?
Kinda.
What part of the last 2 weeks makes you think the Cardinals are any good?
You're right.
And they have no run game, and their defense has been a sieve the last couple of weeks.
It is Kirk Cousins' first start. We could do Falcons plus 2.5.
Yeah, but man, Kirk Cousins has looked bad.
You're right. Everyone sucks. Fuck.
How about the
Bucks 6.5 seems like a big line.
It does.
But the Rams are
It's
so
plus,
good.
It's +7 on Circa.
I could probably get behind that. I like the Panthers. I know we've been staying away from
Yeah.
games. I don't know. We got some decisions to make. Probably not
Okay.
to get through them tonight. But
Let's sleep on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Last one I'll just throw out there to think
Yeah.
on. Eagles -3.5 at home versus the Cowboys.
I don't want to do. I'm going to say something crazy. Sean, turn the podcast off, please. There's something a little spicy going on with the Cowboys. I don't know. I don't know. But the defense is too good. I don't think can the Eagles keep up with the way that the Cowboys can score? I guess but the Eagles can slow them down, so that's the difference.
I think that the Eagles can slow them down.
-3 is not a lot either.
Yeah.
Right. They could win by. I think they could win by a touchdown here.
Browns. Trevor's throwing out the Browns. Cover +4.
You want me to bet on Shedeur Sanders? I don't know about that.
First start.
You're right. Oh man, we got decisions. It's a hard week. I want people to comment on the video what their favorite spread is this week. Maybe we'll use some help from the public here.
We need your help.
Oh,
I forgot. Prison picks.
What did Tiny have?
Tiny has Tampa Bay over Rams.
I like Tampa.
He likes them even straight up. He has Vegas over Cleveland, which we were just talking about. Jacksonville over Cards. Indianapolis over KC. So maybe that's another one to think of. Sharps are on that too. And he also has Chicago.
Okay. All right. Things to think about. Reply. Let us know. Rate and review the podcast. We'll be back on Monday. I will be back in the office. So don't have to worry about
it. Back in the office.
We'll be back Monday, Tuesday. It is Thanksgiving week. I think we did agree not to do a Thanksgiving episode. So I'll probably put out a props video, but there will be no Thanksgiving show.
Yeah, we'll do Monday and Tuesday and then take the holiday off.
Yeah. Get
right.
nice and fat.
That's what I can't
All
wait
right, see you guys.
Bye.
Stephie Smalls Show, sports gambling. Play some bets on winners and catastrophe. If you want to know where to put the money, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday is the place to be.